micro habits, tiny actions, massive results. Nobody tells you this about micro habits. You don't need massive changes to transform your life and business. The secret? Tiny, consistent actions. The problem: most people think success comes from huge, dramatic breakthroughs. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect idea. But here's the truth. Success is built on small, daily habits. You don't fail because of one big mistake. You fail because of small, repeated bad choices. Skipping that 10-minute workout, procrastinating on that important email, or ignoring that daily learning session. Over time, these tiny missteps add up, and before you know it, you're far from where you wanted to be. A quick story: I used to struggle with productivity. I thought I needed a complete overhaul, a new system, new routine, a new me. But every time I tried to make a massive change, I'd burn out within days. Then I discovered micro habits. I started with one small habit: writing down my top 3 tasks every morning. No fancy apps, no complicated systems, just a pen, paper, and 2 minutes of my time. Within weeks, something incredible happened. My focus sharpened, my efficiency skyrocketed. And because the habit was so small, I never missed a day. That one micro habit became the foundation for a complete productivity transformation. Practical steps you can take today. Micro habits are all about taking small, actionable steps that lead to big results. Here's how you can start today. 1. Choose one small habit. The first step is to pick a habit so simple, it feels almost too easy. The goal here is to eliminate any resistance or excuses. If the habit feels like a burden, you're less likely to stick with it. Examples of micro habits: read 1 page of a book. Want to read more, but feel overwhelmed by the thought of finishing a whole book? Start with just 1 page. It's so small that you'll often find yourself reading more once you start. Do 5 push-ups. Struggling to get into a fitness routine? 5 push-ups take less than a minute. Over time, you can increase the number, but the key is to start small. Write 1 sentence of your business plan. Feeling stuck on a big project? Break it down. 1 sentence a day adds up, and before you know it, you'll have a complete plan. The key? Make the habit so small that you can't say no. The point isn't to achieve a lot right away, it's to build the habit of showing up consistently. 2. Stack it onto an existing habit. One of the easiest ways to build a new habit is to attach it to something you already do every day. This is called habit stacking, and it's a game changer. How it works: identify a routine you already have, like brushing your teeth, drinking coffee, or eating breakfast, and stack your new habit onto it. Examples of habit stacking: listen to a podcast while drinking your morning coffee. Instead of scrolling through social media, use that time to learn something new. Do a 1-minute stretch after brushing your teeth. This is a great way to incorporate movement into your day without needing a full workout. Write down your top 3 tasks right after breakfast. This sets your priorities for the day and ensures you're focused on what matters most. Why it works: by linking your new habit to an existing one, you create a natural trigger. Over time, the existing habit becomes a cue for the new one, making it easier to stick with. 3. Stay consistent. Progress beats perfection. The magic of micro habits isn't in doing them perfectly, it's in doing them consistently. Here's the mindset shift you need. Don't aim for perfection. Miss a day? No problem. Life happens. The key is to get back on track as soon as possible. Focus on repetition, intensity. It's better to do 1 push-up every day than to do 50 push-ups once and then quit. Celebrate small wins. Every time you complete your micro habit, give yourself a mental high five. These small wins build momentum and keep you motivated. Pro tip: track your progress. Use a habit tracker app, a calendar, or even a simple checklist. Seeing your streak grow is incredibly motivating and reinforces the habit. Why these steps work? They're simple. You don't need a complicated plan or a lot of time. They're sustainable because the habits are so small, they're easy to maintain over the long term. They build confidence. Every time you complete your micro habit, you prove to yourself that you can stick to your goals. Your action plan. Pick one micro habit that aligns with your goals. Stack it onto an existing habit to make it stick. Commit to consistency, not perfection. Remember, small actions, repeated consistently, lead to massive results. Start today and watch how those tiny steps transform your life. Why micro habits work? Micro habits are like the secret sauce of personal growth. They're small, almost effortless actions that pack a massive punch over time. Here's why they're so powerful. 1. They're easy to start. No willpower required. Let's face it, willpower is overrated. It's a finite resource, and by the end of the day, most of us are running on empty. That's why big, ambitious goals often fail. They require too much effort, too much energy, and too much motivation. But micro habits, they're so small that they don't rely on willpower. Want to start exercising? Do one push-up. Want to read more? Read one page. Want to meditate? Sit still for 1 minute. The barrier to entry is so low that you can't talk yourself out of it. And once you start, you often find yourself doing more than you planned. That one push-up turns into 10. That one page turns into a chapter. That 1 minute of meditation turns into 5. The key is this: starting is the hardest part. Micro habits make starting effortless. 2. They build momentum. Small wins create confidence and motivation. Success breeds success. When you accomplish something, no matter how small, it gives you a little boost of confidence. That boost fuels your motivation to keep going. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's tiny and barely moving, but with each small win, it picks up speed and size. Before you know it, you've built unstoppable momentum. For example, writing one sentence a day might seem insignificant, but after a month, you've written 30 sentences. After a year, you've written 365. That's a book outline, a business plan, or a year's worth of journal entries. Doing 5 minutes of stretching every morning might feel trivial, but over time, it improves your flexibility, reduces stress, and boosts your energy levels. These small wins create a positive feedback loop. You feel good about what you've accomplished, so you're more likely to keep going. And the more you do, the more confident and motivated you become. 3. They compound over time. Tiny actions grow into massive results. Here's the magic of micro habits. They compound. Just like money in a savings account, small, consistent actions grow exponentially over time. Let's break it down. If you read 10 pages a day, that's 3,650 pages in a year, roughly 12 books. If you save 5 a day, that's 1,825 in a year, enough for a vacation or an emergency fund. If you write 100 words a day, that's 36,500 words in a year, enough for a short book or a year's worth of blog posts. The power of compounding lies in consistency. It's not about doing a lot all at once. It's about doing a little bit every day. Over time, those tiny actions add up to something extraordinary. The science behind it. Micro habits work because they align with how our brains are wired. The brain loves repetition. When you repeat a behavior, your brain forms neural pathways that make the action easier over time. Small steps reduce resistance. Big goals can feel overwhelming, triggering procrastination. Micro habits bypass that resistance by being so small. They're almost effortless. Progress feels good. Every time you complete a micro habit, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This reinforces the behavior and makes you want to do it again. The bottom line, micro habits are the ultimate life hack. They're easy to start, build unstoppable momentum, and compound into massive results over time. The best part? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up consistently. So, what's your micro habit going to be? Start small, stay consistent, and watch how those tiny actions transform your life. What's your favorite micro habit? What's one small habit that's changed your life or business? Drop it in the comments. Let's inspire each other to take those tiny, powerful steps toward success. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You need to start small and stay consistent. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.